Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Heather, and in today's video we are going to be talking about my favorite heart-shaped plants. Now with Valentine's Day just around the corner, I figured why not talk about plants that look like hearts. And I actually was going to just do like a category of just my philodendrons, but then I realized it might get a little bit too long, and there's another plant in there that's not even a philodendron, so we're just gonna call it favorite heart-shaped plants. If you guys like videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and drop a comment down below and we'll get right into it. So before we dive into my favorite heart-shaped plants, this video is sponsored by Luisa, and if you don't already know who she is or what their mission is about, let me give you the 411 because you're not going to want to miss out. Now, Luisa crafts high-quality jewelry at affordable prices, and they are carbon neutral, which means they care about the planet. Like, check this out. So this is how my packaging arrived, and these little pouches are so cute, and I love that they are magnetic. Well, two of these are magnetic. These two are magnetic, and this one is just like your regular button, but it feels so luxe because it's like this velvety suede material. These two are super cute. I love that there's buttons on them, but there's also like a magnetic component to it, so it's secured. All of her jewelry pieces are very unique and elegant, and it just makes you feel some kind of way. As you can see here, I am wearing a couple of her bracelets, and I love the way that they flicker and dance in the light. Especially when I'm doing plant chores, you can see how they just sparkle and shimmer. Now, what I love about these particular bracelets is that they're dainty but chic. And because they're so dainty, you can definitely play it up and stack them, and it just shows what kind of person you are because your personality really shows through when you stack them. Now the other one is just a statement piece. It's very elegant, and I just love that. And the industry that I work in, I don't get to wear too many jewelry, so these are perfect for me, and I don't know, it just makes me feel special and expensive in a very subtle way. Alright, so let's get into my favorite heart-shaped plants. Alright, so I guess we will start with this this Hoya right over here. Now this is my Hoya Carry Eye, and she has heart-shaped leaves with little splashes on them. So this is a splashy Hoya, although there are some Hoyas that are way more splashy than this. So this is actually very low in splash, but I mean, she's still cute, brings me some joy. I originally had only like 2 leaves, and then, you know, I put her in some ponds in a self-watering container, and she's given me some beautiful leaves now. I find that this one in particular does not like to be messed around with. Like, I tried to repot her maybe 6 months ago, and it stunted her growth. I don't know what the deal with that is, because my other Hoya, I've repotted several times and it just keeps pushing off new leaves. So this one is a little bit finicky, but that's okay because she's a compact size that isn't growing too fast where I feel like I need a trellis for her. Now the other ones that I have are philodendrons. So let's start with this one over here. This one is a philodendron round mame, and she's putting off a new leaf. I've had this for probably 9 months now. My friend, you probably know her as the gardening queen. Love her. She actually imported this for me, and can't thank you enough. Look at how perfect and round she is. I will say though, she's not as round as I thought she would be, but maybe it's because she's still very small and juvenile. I think I'm going to repot her and put her in soil. Perhaps that will help her, you know, have a little growth spurt, and maybe I'll get rounder leaves. But right now, she's very small, but so very cute. She's currently living in ponds as well, topped with some moss. I found that if I didn't top her with moss, she didn't really want to grow. But once I did, she pushed off a new leaf for me. So I'm happy. So my next favorite heart-shaped philodendron is this Gloriosome round form right over here. And she is so cute and pretty. Oh, look at the veins. Now this plant is kind of round, like, but still narrow-ish, like the mame round form. And I think that's just because they're still kind of like juvenile, because they're so small. This one in particular, when I had purchased this, it was a cutting and it was living in 100% humidity and in moss, and I did switch it over to DIY ponds. So I think that kind of stunted its growth and probably put the plant into shock, because I don't give all of my plants 100% humidity. This one in particular was living in 75% humidity, so I think that's why the leaves are a little bit funky. But this is the newest leaf, so I think it's acclimated enough where I believe this new leaf will potentially be round and perfect, like more round than this, because this to me is still fairly narrow, but we will see. I'll keep you guys updated. Now my next favorite philodendron that's heart-shaped is this Majestic right over here. It's stunning. It makes me squeal, honestly. It really does. It's putting off a new leaf already for me. And honestly, this plant is so fast growing, it's ridiculous. I think I've cut it several times now, probably 3 times so far, and they just keep putting out new leaves. I did do a video on the 2-parent plant that makes up this Majestic, so go ahead and check that out if you want more information. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this plant, but look at the just look at how silvery and camo it looks. But yeah, this one is just, you can see why it's one of my favorites. Just look at her. Alright, so moving on, I actually have 2 very large philodendrons to show you. One of them is right over here. This one is the Philodendron Dean McDowell. Look at this plant. I just love. This plant is so pillowy and just so perfect in every which way. Like, I can't. It is putting off a new leaf for me, which it's fairly small, to be honest. I'm kind of concerned just how big it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be very big compared to these guys, but we will see. This one is currently living in soil. It hasn't done too much for me throughout last year, to be honest, and I think that was because I had a spider mite issue. So when I have a spider mite issue, I don't just spray things down and wipe them away. I actually just cut off the leaves and start from a stump. So that's the reason why this rhizome is actually fairly long, because it originally had 3 leaves and then I was like, I'm not doing this. So I actually cut all the leaves down, and then now I have these 2 beautiful, perfect, pillowy leaves and this puny one on the way, but I'm sure it'll figure itself out and catch up. If not, the next one will. But yes, you can definitely see why this is one of my favorite heart-shaped plants. Alright, last but not least is this Philodendron Mame Silver right over here. It is a stunning plant. Now, this plant is a crossbred between a mame and a palmani, and as you can see here, I hope you can see, but the ruffles on this plant goes all the way down, just like the palmani. Whereas the mames, they are actually smooth down here, and then they get more ruffly going towards the sinus of the leaf. So this plant is actually living in soil right now, and I think you can tell. But if you can't, let me see if I can lift this without dropping soil everywhere. It's actually crawling right out of the pot. And the reason that I'm letting it do this is because I saw Kaylee Ellen's video where she had that huge Gloriosome, and it was just, you know, living its best life and crawling right out of the pot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that too. Because finding a new rectangular pot every single time a new leaf pushes off is stressful. It really is. So I've had success letting them just kind of do its thing. with this one over here and this Pomani over here. Like they're huge, and you know, it's stressful repotting your plant every single time. So it's actually putting off a new leaf for me. I haven't manipulated the leaves on this particular plant yet because this was an import that I got from like a friend from the West Coast. So I wasn't able to manipulate the leaves on this to face one direction. But I might actually cut this right here. That way I can take the top cutting and manipulate it so that it can face one way rather than 4 different directions. But yeah, I just found it super stressful trying to find a pot that would fit all of these crawlers. So we're just gonna let them crawl right out of the pot and watch it do its thing. And so far I haven't had an issue. It seems to be doing fine, putting off perfect leaves, so I'm happy. So these are all of my favorite heart-shaped plants. I'm sure it's going to change later on because new growth, right? If you're interested in videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and drop a comment down below, and just let me know if you're interested in seeing more of my favorite plants or what kind of plants I have in my collection. I'm happy to share them with you. And if you are interested in purchasing a couple of items from Anna and Luisa, they do have a promo that's going on right now for Valentine's Day where it's buy one get one 40% off. So you can shop with my link down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.